let's go back to Michigan.
Okay.
Aday Mara. Let's finish off the deep dives with, gosh, what a year he's having, huh? Daimara listed at 7'3", 255, gigantic human being.
Yeah.
This huge friggin' guy. Was at UCLA. First of all, backwards. Really talented prospect from Spain. Came over to the States to UCLA. UCLA just didn't play him. Shout out Mick Cronin. And then it just didn't work out, that fit. And then he goes to Michigan, and it's been perfect for him. He is 20. He's going to be 21 in April. Stats on the year: 10 points, 7.5 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 2.6 blocks, almost half a steal a game, 2 turnovers. In 22 minutes, he's 68% from the field, and Metcalf's favorite, 41% from the free throw line.
Tough.
It's always like, oh, fun. Whoa.
What is that? What is that?
No, that has to be a wrong print. Last night, he had my favorite big man box score, which is 20 points and 2 rebounds on 10 of 11 shooting against Washington. That's when you know he must have gotten a lot, but he had 3 blocks too. So go ahead, take the floor. Talk to me about Aday.
Remember when people were convinced he was going number 1 after his freshman year? What a time to be alive. But kind of like what we were talking about with Pat, where small sample size can really skew things. And Aday was one of those guys after his freshman and sophomore year where he's getting like 6 minutes a game on average over the 2 years, and people would throw out his per 40 numbers. They're like, this guy's a Hall of Famer. It's like, he's not playing. Like, he did a few things in a very small amount of time. When you extrapolate that to 40 minutes, it means nothing. So I didn't get the Mara love at all. I thought he was heavy-footed. I thought he was slow. I thought he was kind of soft. I didn't think he could shoot. And when he transferred to Michigan, I was like, oh, no, this is going to be an adventure. It's going to be interesting one way or the other. And I've done a complete 180. He's been really, really good. And he's playing a lot tougher, which is got to be a tough look for Mick Cronin, where a guy leaves and then looks tougher. That's a different conversation, I guess. It's getting late, getting a little loopy. But he's absolutely dominated and controlled the paint on both ends of the floor the entire season. Effective field goal rate, 68.2. Rebounding rates, 10.1 on offense, 23.6 on defense. Block rate, 12.3. And I think it was last week someone shared a stat. I apologize, I don't remember who, but it was defensive average shot distance, and a lot of teams were in that 4 to 5 foot range, and Michigan's was like 8.5. So he's pushing, like he's almost single-handedly deterring shots at the rim, in the paint, making life really, really difficult for opposing players, and that's not something I saw consistently at all last year. That free throw number really concerns me.
It's the last. I don't look. I'm with you. I'm completely loopy right now, and I don't have any mediocre analogies to throw out. But it is the last elephant in the room. Like, you look at everything, you're like, okay, free throw. What in the, like? Because you mentioned this on the Big Board episode. You're like, he'll get played off the court fast.
Yeah,
he has to fix that. Like, even getting to 60% is unbelievable.
Yeah,
like for his size.
So look, just real quick, sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead. See, now you're getting the itch to take over the host things. This is what happens with you. Then all of a sudden,
I just wanted to read off a stat while I was still somewhat near my tangent. So his defense, I just mentioned the average shot distance on defense. What do you think opponents are shooting at the rim when he's out there?
24%.
Okay, well, when you low ball it like that, it ruins.
No, okay. Seriously, 33.3%. I was gonna say 32%.
But on 18 attempts.
That's a bigger number.
Yeah.
I don't care. The 18 is a way bigger number. I mean, we're almost 20 games in the year, folks. 18 attempts.
That's what Synergy's telling me. So
even if that was 38%, I'd be like 18. We've played almost 20 games and only 18 attempts, but look, like Metcalf, he's doing this all in like 21, 22-ish minutes. And then like the Wake Forest game, second game of the year, he played 37 minutes. He had 18, 13, 6, and 5 blocks.
Yeah.
Look, we're making Mick Cronin jokes. We said this in the top, like bigs take time. They just click.
Yeah.
I think this was when he transferred. I was like, heck yeah, get out of there. Because sometimes
I also needed the reality check.
Yeah, you need you also just need someone else to believe in you.
Yeah.
And he probably just got to the point where like, hey, it's not going to work at UCLA. Get out of there. Like find a system that's going to work for you. And it's just, I'm with you. Couldn't have been more out on him. See, at UCLA, seeing him a couple times. No, everything I heard, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then watching him this year, I was like, I'm in, and I do not buy back in. Like, I'm usually pretty stubborn on that because I'm like, you got to show. And then it was very easy with him because I got to see him again in person this year, and it wasn't even like a dominant game. I saw him. I just was like, he's got such good vision, and it's just he sees the floor like a unbelievable veteran point guard of just like knows exactly where to go. Like teams are trying to bully him off of the block or anywhere, and he's just looking over, holding the ball as high as possible, and just whip past to the corner. I don't know where he's going to go in the draft. Would it shock me anywhere? Because we've talked about this. Like, look at the run on bigs and the
would
hit
it
rate
floor
right
you
now.
if he even returned? Just because, like, he's going to garner.
When do they get out? Do they win the title?
Elite Eight.
Honestly, it's probably going to be the biggest tournament for him of any prospect. If he has a good statistical run, like doesn't turn the ball over, he protects the rim. We've seen this too many times. He could get sizzling stock wise because if teams are like, look, 7 threes blocking shots, like because I just know how that event goes.
Look at how good Zach Edey's been and how important he's been to the Grizzlies. Like when he's not on the court, they can't play competent basketball.
Donovan Clingan this year, we talked. You mentioned
monster. We saw how people fell in love with Malawach last year. Like these jumbo bigs, they're proving they can survive. And if they're an elite shot blocker and they have an elite offensive skill, whether it's the scoring touch of Edey and they're all awesome offensive rebounders. But if there's something on the offensive end that they can bring, and for Mara, it's his passing, like at a minimum, it's like, oh yeah, we could get him 15 to 20 minutes as a backup. And if it really hits, now we're talking about a big time starting center down the road. So now I throw out Edey's name. Mara does not have the scoring touch of Edey, but I'm just saying stylistically, like massive human beings like that, there are only so many you can compare to.
It's a really good question. Look, how high could he get? I don't know if there's a number.
If he went earlier than like 10, I'd be pretty surprised. But I think like that 10 is like, oh, are they going to do it? Oh, are they going to do it?
Yeah. 10 you're on watch.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying 10 you're on watch where it's like Mara keeps playing like this, Michigan keeps rolling, the other bigs keep like, we're kind of waiting for something because it's just like everyone can make jokes about Young Hansen. I think he's still gonna be fine, but it's also just like he went early. And like Portland's being smart. They're putting him in the G to just get him some run, get him some experience. So like gigantic bigs with an elite skill, like you just said, I think teams are going to keep swinging on him because it's right now you're like, is there a high hit rate here? And Mara is also a good shot blocker.
Totally changes everything. Like it shifts things so much in your favor just because of having that size. It's such a benefit.
It's a gigantic advantage. So you just asked me, I'll ask you the question I didn't answer for you. Would you see him return? That's a good question.
I could, because he's going to garner all the same questions that Edey had, where it's like, oh, he can't run the floor, oh, he can't defend in space, oh, he's too big, guards are gonna pull him out, and yeah, probably, but he's also gigantic, and once he learns to defend with that hand up, takes away a lot of that shooting lines and passing vision and passing angles. I think he's also doing a pretty good job of moving his feet in space. Not like I want him switching out there, but when he's able to keep the ball on one side and not have to flip his hips, he's pretty good. He's kind of figured out how to keep guys within arm's length to at least disrupt shots if they blow by him. So it wouldn't shock me if he returned, though.
We're going to have some surprises from this year's class because of next year's class.
Yeah.
I think if they had like a Final Four run and he's playing good and being mentioned as a top 17 guy, you might have to go. But also, he seems like the biggest, like, combine's probably going to be really big for him. Like, just workouts, like private workouts and interviews.
Yeah.